Hello everyone, my name is Irina, welcome. This video is about decluttering. About 6 years ago, my financial situation wasn't good at all. Low income, single mom, living from paycheck to paycheck. I really wanted to change that. I approached my problem from different angles. First, I started managing my expenses, and I actually already created a video about that. If someone is interested, the link will be below in the description. But I also wanted to do something to attract money into my life. After some research, I realized that the best way to do so was to use Feng Shui. I actually wrote it on the board in case I mispronounce it, so you guys would know what I'm talking about. If some of you are not familiar, Feng Shui is an ancient Chinese art of arranging objects in such a way that energy would flow easily through your living environment. Good energy flow helps to achieve harmony and balance and brings peace and prosperity into your life. And a key principle in Feng Shui is decluttering, because clutter clogs the natural flow, energy flow throughout a room. Of course, you can declutter without using Feng Shui. For me, it just happened in this order. First, I started using Feng Shui to attract money into my life, and then I just got obsessed with decluttering. You can declutter by room or by category, do the way you like it. Here, I want to share 10 approaches or rules I use when it comes to not accumulating extra stuff. Number one, I use when it comes to furnishing my place. My approach is not to buy new or expensive stuff when it comes to buying furniture or decorating our place. I have learned that the hard way. Our first apartments, I would buy furniture that were pieces that were relatively expensive or even antique pieces. And then we lost our house and I had to sell everything for pennies. So since then, I decorate my place, I furnish my place, our place, only using secondhand items. And secondhand not necessarily means bad quality. You can find great pieces on Facebook Marketplace, Craigslist, garage sales, secondhand stores. But now I feel so much better, because if now I have desire to declutter my place, or we move and I need to get rid of stuff, I can just, if I don't need something, I can just give it away or sell it, let's say, for the same $20 that I spent in the first place. Using secondhand items is also a priority for me now, because I do not want to hurt the environment. Number two, I use this rule when it comes to deciding which item to keep and which item not to keep. There is a belief that we should use only items that have good energy, positive energy, and bring us joy. But how to decide if an item gives you enough joy to keep it? I approach this with a series of questions. Does it make me happy? Is it pleasing to my eye? Or do I use it? Do I use this item? Or let's say if I never had this item, would I be sad? Or let's say if the item is damaged, will I try to save it, fix it, or I will be okay without it? So usually by answering these questions, I know if I really need this item. Number three is to give yourself enough time. To say a definite yes or no to your stuff can be stressful. Somewhere on the internet, I read about the 5-second rule. Basically, you have 5 seconds to decide whether you want this item or not. I don't like this rule because it's too stressful. Whether we like it or not, we get attached to our material things, and we don't need this additional stress to use 5 seconds, to decide. So I usually create 3 piles: to keep pile, not to keep pile, and maybe pile. First, I sell or give away stuff that I have in a not to keep pile. And then I just go back to maybe pile and I go through again. And usually second time it's much easier. Somehow you already know the answers when you go through those items second time. Go slow, take your time, especially with items that hold sentimental value. Enjoy your memories, appreciate the item, and then let it go. Number 4, it's about not keeping any broken items as they retain negative energy. I usually fix them or reuse them or get rid of them. Okay, number 5. That's when it comes to clothing and shoes. Again, I approach with a series of questions. Does it make me look good? Does it make me happy? Do I like the quality of fabric? Or does it fit? Because before I would put away those items, in case I lose weight. Now I don't do that. If I lose weight, I will go and buy something new. Or let's say, when was the last time I wore that item? If it was last year or even like 2-3 years ago, then most likely I will never wear that item again. So number 6, the rule I also use for clothing, shoes, but also for any other item really in my apartment. This rule is not to keep too many items that either look alike or serve the same purpose. Let's say you have 25 t-shirts. I bet some of them still with price tags. It's not possible to wear all of them. You probably wear like 5 your favorite ones. Or if you have 7-8 bedding sets for the same bed, again, 2 or 3 sets would be more than enough, because 7 or 8, they take so much room. You don't need them. So I still go through that. Even we move quite often, I would say, and moving actually helps with not when it comes to accumulating extra stuff. But even if we do not move, I occasionally go this kind of cleaning. I go through my wardrobe, through my cardboards, and I just find those pieces that serve the same purpose, look alike, and I just get rid of them. Number 7, I go for quality. If I need to replace a broken item, I usually go for better quality than it was before. Or another example, recent, I had 4 bedding sets for my bed, and 3 of them were not 100% cotton, and I wanted 100% cotton. And this example actually can be it's an example for rule number 2. That's how you decide if something gives you joy or makes you feel good. So this example about my bedding sets, I didn't feel good using not 100% cotton sheets. So I took 3 sets to the second hand and I bought another set 100% cotton. So now I have only 2 sets, but they both 100% cotton, and it makes me feel much better. So number 8, that's when it comes to paper documents and receipts. Scan them and store them on external hard drive. Number 9, books. This one was hard for me because I love books. I still have lots of them. And I even have books that were published in the 19th century. Of course, I'm not getting rid of those. But because we move quite a few times, and every time I would have to ship or move boxes and boxes with books, before our last move, I had to create rule for my books as well. Now I have 2 categories of books. First one, the books that I have read already, but I know I will read them again. And the second category, the books that I have never read, but I know I will read them someday. So the rest of my books were just donated to the local library before our last move, including my cookbooks. Unfortunately, I like cookbooks, but usually just find everything on internet these days. And number 10, the last one on my list, it's when it comes to traveling or buying a present. No souvenirs, no mugs, because they all end up in a thrift store. I bring something that we can eat or use, or just memories, bunch of photographs. Same goes to the for the presents, because when I buy presents for my friends or relatives, I try to buy something, again, either they can eat or use, like handmade soap or gift card. So, and I really like when my friends and relatives use the same rule when they buy present for me, so I don't have any unwanted things in my home. So that's it for today. Those are my 10 rules. Hopefully you can use some of them. Do not be afraid to get rid of stuff that you do not use. Declutter and let that energy flow. See you next time.